And thank you for your interest in NatureServe Vista. I'm Patrick Chris, Director of Conservation Planning at NatureServe and a regular Vista user. Vista can assist you with a broad variety of assessment and planning activities on the land, in the water, and anywhere on the globe where you have data appropriate for your applications. The many funders of Vista have contributed over $4 million to its development and an endowment to help maintain Vista. Vista is an extension to Esri's popular ArcMap GIS platform and has been in continuous release since 2004. While Vista has many capabilities, it is usable by those with a wide range of GIS skill levels once a project has been properly set up. Vista comes with a detailed and integrated help manual, and NatureServe offers a variety of technical support, training, and custom services to assist you. The core components of Vista, conservation elements, scenarios, and scenario evaluation and site explorer help you answer a large number of questions. These range from simple questions about the location and condition of your features of interest, which we call conservation elements, to understanding patterns of land use, stressors, and conservation protection in your scenarios, to where your elements are or could be impacted in the future, and where and how to respond. Let's get more specific about the things that Vista can help you do. First, Vista isn't limited to one approach. It helps you apply a variety of well-vetted concepts in assessment and planning. These include, for example, conducting cumulative effects assessment and applying the mitigation hierarchy, developing green infrastructure and systematic conservation plans, and incorporating ecosystem-based management and adaptation. Vista supports complete planning cycles from initial integration of data and expert knowledge through assessment, planning, plan implementation, and adaptive management. Vista is somewhat unique among tools because it retains your data at its native resolution, allowing you to work at regional scales, then conduct site-level design and incorporate results back into regional plans. Finally, Vista works within and across terrestrial, freshwater, and marine environments. Let's now look at these capabilities in Vista's workflow. We start in the bottom left by inputting maps, values, and expert knowledge about your elements. From there, you can overlay your elements in a large variety of ways to explore patterns of value in your region. We call these weighted overlays conservation value summaries. Next, we can import data to characterize scenarios representing current and future timeframes. Scenarios can include attributes for what is physically going on in the land, air, and water, and also the policy mechanisms behind those features. The policy function also supports assessment of the reliability of existing conservation areas. In scenario evaluation, Vista intersects your elements with the scenarios and evaluates how each element fares under them. A large number of maps and quantitative reports are generated. From there, we can use the Site Explorer function in Vista to drill down at individual sites or groups of sites to understand how the elements are performing within that site, what scenario features are present, and how the elements are responding to those features. We can then use Vista as a site mitigation tool or planning tool to specify an action at that site, perhaps relocating a planned development that would have undesirable impacts or adding a restoration treatment to improve current conditions. For large and complex planning situations, Vista has a wizard to work with a popular optimization tool, Marksan. Marksan can use your Vista data to generate an efficient network of conservation areas. Once Marksan results are generated, the Site Explorer tool in Vista can be used to refine the Marksan network into a spatial plan and then specify for each site what action you'd like to take and what mechanism you'll use to implement that action. Once you've developed a plan, Vista supports ongoing plan implementation and adaptive management. New information can be input to Vista at any time, say a new element distribution map or a proposed highway or new expert knowledge. Vista will prompt you to refresh your analyses with new inputs. If you lose a conservation priority area, you can use Vista to find an alternative location to meet your goals and update your plan. It's easy to get started. Simply register and download Vista from our website. If you need help, we offer a variety of support services, and feel free to contact me to discuss custom support and service needs. Next, I'll briefly present several case studies, or you can peruse other webinars to learn more about Vista. Thank you. Let's now look at some examples of how NatureServe has used Vista to support a broad variety of sectors and applications. These include very large ecoregional assessments for public land management agencies, conservation plans for agencies and nonprofits, assessments for industry and renewable energy and forestry, public planners in transportation and land use, and many projects that address climate change. Our work with government addresses all levels from local to national, and we've applied Vista at scales from individual valleys to large regions the size of the state of Nevada. Beginning with ecoregional scale work for federal agencies, NatureServe and partners worked with the Bureau of Land Management to conduct 4 rapid ecoregional assessments. The REA for the Madrean Archipelago in southern Arizona and New Mexico utilized Vista for all of its analyses of the current and potential future condition of ecosystems and landscape species. Another large regional project for BLM was centered around the transition between the Mojave and Central Basins ecoregions. This far-reaching project addressed issues such as climate change, invasive species and fire regime, and several proposed electrical transmission corridors and solar plants. NatureServe and partners worked with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service to develop the Refuge Vulnerability Assessment and Alternatives Framework and piloted the project in the Sheldon Hart Mountain Refuge Complex spanning the Nevada and Oregon border. This project assessed current and future conditions to support the development of the refuge's comprehensive conservation plan. This regional project assessed the 11-county region of the Georgia coast, including threats from very large regional housing projects and sea level rise. A regional prioritization then informed county-level green infrastructure analyses. Another large regional project was recently done for Save the Redwoods League for the Redwood Forest ecoregion spanning most of the California coast. This innovative project delivered a decision support toolkit focused around Vista to support land protection and restoration decision making. NatureServe has been working with partners in Puerto Rico since our first release of Vista to support a variety of conservation assessments, prioritization, and input on the National Land Use Plan. The Conservation Trust of Puerto Rico is a trained Vista user and applies Vista in its routine decision making. NatureServe and partners have worked for several years with the Pikes Peak Area Council of Governments in Colorado on their long-range transportation plans. This work has included coupling urban growth models with Vista to assess alternatives and most recently to develop a regional advanced mitigation plan that could accommodate all of the anticipated off-site mitigation needs for over 200 projects. NatureServe created a framework and toolkit for conducting integrated land-sea planning. We first piloted this approach in Aransas Bay, Texas, and have since applied it on every U.S. coast and most recently in Puerto Rico. A webinar on that project is also available on the Vista website. Thank you for watching our introductory webinar. Please see our other informative webinars and information on the Vista website. We look forward to adding you to the Vista user community.